My name is Alan, and this is Jonathan. I'm a blockchain developer and entrepreneur for the last 3 years. Been investing in been really tightly involved in the blockchain space for that time as well. And we've decided for the hackathon to address, we think, a very major problem in the space. Most of the space today is around investments in cool technologies and speculation. Obviously, the investors speculate on which project to invest in, and there aren't any good tools for those investors. We do believe that most of the space is around those issues, and most of the investors just using regular spreadsheets and even worse, sometimes just a piece of paper to track their investments. And we're talking about a lot of money, and obviously the major driving force for the space. So for the hackathon, we decided to create the necessary tools for investors to manage their funds, which is essentially two parts. One is, how do you get data? The different trades the user did, and then how you convert it into something of value, a deep understanding of the investor's portfolio. So the project we're developing is called Coindash, which essentially is a dashboard for an investor, which clearly displays, and most importantly, intuitively explains how your portfolio is performing, how it performs against, for example, the US dollar, and also how it performs against other assets you might hold. So, for example, if I bought Augur with Ethereum, right, while Ethereum was $1. Augur jumped, let's say, 7 times, but during that time, Ethereum jumped almost 13 times. So this is one of those valuable information you just can't get from a simple Excel sheet, which explains you that although Augur was jumped 7 times from its initial value, during that time, the underlying asset with which you bought Augur jumped twice as much, which makes it maybe a relatively not such a good investment long term, which is very important to understand as an investor. If an investor beats the market, that is, outperforms the market, then he is doing his job. But if we as investors do not beat the market, which means we perform worse than the market, we're better off just holding those store value assets like Ethereum and Bitcoins instead of investing. And this is a key thing to live by if you're an investor. It sounds very simple, but in the real world, it's pretty hard to do. And you need the data, and you need the data visualized in order to understand exactly how you perform against the market, if you're doing well or not. A couple of days ago, we approached CoinFund, which is a very cool bunch of people who have a very strong community of investors, very active Slack channels, and they're all about investing in the most professional and day-to-day manner we can imagine. And the reason why we approached them is because essentially the tools we want to build are dedicated to those kind of people, the people who invest not only their money but also their time into this space and this activity. So we will conduct an hour-long kind of a Q&A or a M&A with Jake, which is one of the co-founders of CoinFund. First, obviously, to explain what exactly we're doing, but also kind of a call of action to the investors, to the people of the community, to contribute from their experience to us, so we can build better tools and better experience.
Date, please.
Yeah, we also have a date if maybe it's a good idea to also say it. So our confined hour-long interview will be on the 18th, 11 a.m. East time. Again, a call of action to whoever will see the video to again investors to join us and contribute from their knowledge and their experience to help us build better tools. At the end,
Sure.
So the Coindash team has a lot of people in it, and with various experiences. So I'm a developer. I'm a blockchain developer. I worked and contributed code to most of the big projects in the space. The reference client, even Ethereum J, which is then evolved to EtherCamp. Jonathan is a prominent investor in the space, has years of experience. Guy Aronovsky, which is not here, is just a brilliant security and developer and just an amazing tech guy. Itai, which is also not here. Again, amazing developer. I've actually worked with him in my first startup years ago. And then Ed and Aria, which are, again, amazing people, designers and developers. It's not obviously my first project. I've been around the block, you may say. I did some ventures in startups. More specifically in the blockchain space, I've created a wallet 2 years ago. Worked very closely with Chris Pacia, which now works in Open Bazaar, and also the guys from Bitcoin J, the Java reference client for Bitcoin. It was called Bitcoin Authenticator, open source code, which is really great.
Our expectation from this project is like from his first version is to be a tool for the investors to measure their performance in the market, the performance of their whole portfolio and the portfolio and the performance of a certain trades against the market, and we are looking for other investors to them tell us what they want us to develop and to tell us what is their needs, and that's it basically.
We haven't talked about the entirety of our vision, of what this platform can become, and for that you'll have to go to our website, which is coindash.io.
And register to our newsletter.
Yeah, exactly. To hear more about it.